Welcome back. If this is your first time here on this channel and you experience any kind of issues with playback, please check out the link in the description to my mirrored account on BitChute.com, redpill_McKenzie. Now, in today's video, we're picking up where we left off. We're now in week 2 of March 2019 with the high-level resignations. Talking CEOs, CFOs, COOs, heads of state, police chiefs, you name it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week until we catch up. But real quick, where do I get the names from? I get them from a site called resignation.info, maintained by Resignation Anon. And despite the meme I just showed you, there are actually a lot of good people on this list. Not everyone on this list is a bad person. We've seen a bunch. There's still some more to come, but even still, not everyone's going to be indicted. Go ahead, check out the link to the indictments. That's something you haven't seen already. There's also a little feature where you can report resignations. Anything not on the list since September 2017, or if it's just brand new. If it comes up today, put that link to the news article in there, submit it. Once it's been verified, it'll be added to the list. Now, get this, if it's new and it's notable, chances are you're going to see it on the next resignation show. Every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. German time, with the next show being on May 12th, hosted on a channel called In Real Life News. I'll put the link to their channel in the description, or while you're hanging out on the website anyway, you can go to the Resignation Show tab and boom, link up with In Real Life News, or catch up with any of the episodes you may have missed yourself along the way. But anyway, now that that's been taken care of, let's get to the names. We have the entire government to the Finnish government, Finland. They all resigned due to them failing over their health care reforms. We have the secretary to the U.S. Air Force in the U.S., Heather Wilson. She resigned and went off to be president of the University of Texas at El Paso. We have the mayor to Lewiston in Maine, Shane Bouchard. He resigned after calling elderly black people, quote, antique farm equipment, end quote. We have the assistant secretary to the Navy for Energy, Installations, and Environment in the U.S., Phyllis L. Baer. We have the prime minister to the Peruvian government in Peru, Cesar Villanueva. We have the communications director to the White House in the U.S., Bill Shine. He resigned and will move on to the president's re-election campaign. We have a board member to Hacienda Healthcare in Arizona, Ralph Wallert. He resigned due to health reasons, but it's probably also due to the whole scandal where the one woman who was incapacitated was impregnated and gave birth in December of last year. Anyway, we have the CEO, and more than 10 other people have resigned from that as well. We have the CEO to Chicago House and Social Services Agency in Illinois, Scott Amorell. We have the CEO to Brantford Brant Chamber of Commerce in Canada, Charlene Nicholson. We have the CEO and president and chairman, all one person, to the Franklin Financial Network Inc. in the U.S., Richard Harrington. We have an actor from the U.S., Jed Allen. He died at the age of 84. We have the chairman, we have the CEO, and we have the CFO to Capricorn Metals Limited in Australia. Pause if you need to read all those names. The chairman, Deborah Backer, she was fired. We also have two directors from the same company, and both of these directors were fired themselves. We have the chairman to CLSA Limited in China, Tang Zhenyi. We have the health minister to the Tunisian government in Tunisia, of course, Abdel Rauf El Sharif. He resigned following the sudden deaths of 11 newborn babies at a state maternity hospital in the capital. We have the chief administration officer for the town of Woodstock in Connecticut, John Pensett. We have a co-CEO to Antares Capital LP in the U.S., John Martin, retired. We have the CEO to Six Flags Entertainment Corporation in the U.S., Jim Reed Anderson, retired. We have the CEO and president to Denver South Economic Development Partnership in Colorado, Mike Fitzgerald, retired. We have the CEO to Englander Sleep Products LLC in the U.S., Kevin Toman, retired. We have the sales chief to CBS Television Distribution in the U.S., Stephen Hackett. He retired and was replaced by Jonathan Bingaman. We have the CEO and general director to Cincinnati Opera in Ohio, Patricia K. Beggs. She retired. We have a board member to E-Trade Financial Corporation in the U.S., Joseph Sclafani. His term ended. We have these two VPs to Alter Trading Corp in the U.S. Pause if you need to read those names. Both of them retired. We have the CEO and president to Kiko Asset Management Co. Limited in Japan, Takumi Shibata. We have the CEO to Obsidian Energy in Canada, David French. He resigned and was replaced by Michael Faust. We have a board member to the University of St. Michael's College in Canada, Thomas Rosica. He resigned amid extensive plagiarism allegations. We have the CEO to Namshi in the United Arab Emirates, Hossam Arab. He resigned less than 2 weeks after it was fully acquired by Mohammed Alabar's Emar Malls. We have a director to Blueprint Operations in the UK, Simon Barth. We have the CEO to Hopsdorf Swiss Nutrition AG in Switzerland, Thomas Eisenring. We have the CEO to Southwest Key in the US, Juan Sanchez. We have the CEO to Science Applications International Corp in the US, Tony Morocco. He retired and is replaced by Nazik Keen. We have the CEO and president to Enpro Industries Inc. in the U.S., Stephen E. McAdam. He retired and was replaced by Marvin A. Riley. We have the CEO to Downtown Boulder Partnership in the U.S., Sean Mayer. He resigned and went off to be CEO at RRC Associates. We have the CFO and we have the COO to Tri-State Memorial Hospital in Washington. The CEO went off to be CEO just somewhere else. We have the CEO to Playhouse Square Foundation in the U.S., Art Falco, retired. We have the CEO to Shipt in the U.S., Bill Smith. He resigns, replaced by Kelly Caruso. We have the CEO and president to Mitsubishi Motor Sales of Canada, Inc. in Canada, Tony Laframboise, retired. We have the CEO and president to OSI Creative in the U.S., Joe Baksha. He retires, replaced by John Kellogg. We have the CEO, president, and director, all one person, to the Prime City One Capital Corporation in Canada, David Carbonaro. He retired. We have the CEO and president to Atis Group Inc. in Canada, Robert Doyen, retired. We have these two board members to TransGlobe Energy Corporation in Canada. But a pause if you need to read their names. Both of them retired. We have the CEO to Libby Inc. in the U.S., Bill Foley. He retired and was replaced by Mike Bauer. Bill remains the chairman to Libby Inc. We have the CEO to the British Horse Society in the UK, Lynn Peterson, retired. We have the CEO to Warren Point Harbour Authority in the UK, Claire Guinness. We have the CEO to MetaWound Limited in Israel, Gal Cohen. We have the Senior VP to Ericsson in Sweden, Rafia Ibrahim. We have the CEO to J. Alexander's in the U.S., Lonnie Stout. He resigned and went off to be chairman at he went off to be chairman at J. Alexander. So he's staying with the company, and the CEO position was replaced by Mark Parkey. We have the CEO to Rite Aid Corporation in the U.S., John Stanley. We have the chairman to Hanesbrands Inc. in the U.S., Richard Knoll. He retired and was replaced by Ronald Nelson. We have the CEO to Sheffield Financial in the U.S., Jack Snow, retired. We have counsel to Nevada County Board of Supervisors in the U.S., Allison Barrett Green, retired. We have the CEO, and we have these two directors to Landmark White Limited in Australia. All of them resigned following a data breach. The CEO was replaced by Timothy Rabbit. We have the CEO to Avast Software Inc. from the Czech Republic, Vince Steckler. He retired and was replaced by Andrzej Vlek. We have the CEO and president to Terra Foundation for American Art in the U.S., Elizabeth Glassman. We have the CEO and we have the CFO to Standard Life Investments Aberdeen in the U.K. The company is going through a restructuring. The CEO went off to be chairman at Standard Life Investments at Standard Investments Aberdeen. So he just moved over from CEO to chairman. And the CFO was replaced by Stephanie Bruce. We have the CFO to Real Good Food PLC in the UK, Harveen Rai. We have the CEO to Avon Board Trust in the UK, Debbie Godfrey Fowry. She retired. She's been off work since January of this year for what are described as health reasons. She also announced her retirement 24 hours after Ofsted report at 24 hours after an Ofsted report at Harewood College was published. It doesn't tell what the report was about. We have a provost to Worcester College in Oxford in the UK, Jonathan Bate. He resigned after he and his author wife received a stream of poison pen letters. We have a member of parliament to the UK, Sarah Louise Newton. We have the CEO and chairman and the CFO and vice chairman to Kempinski Hotels SA in Germany. Pause if you need to read their names. We have the CFO to recruit global staffing in the Netherlands, Leen Giernart. We have the CFO and senior VP to Meritor Inc. in the US, Kevin Nolan. He resigned and went off to be CFO somewhere else and was replaced by Carl Anderson. We have the CEO and president to Women's Food Service Forum in the US, Hattie Hill. She retired. We have the CEO and president to Lancaster Health Center in South Carolina, Hilda Shirk, retired. We have the CEO to Ducks Unlimited in the US, Dale Hall, retired. We have the CEO and president to Cure D'Alene Chamber of Commerce in Idaho, Steve Wilson, retired. We have Justice Minister to Icelandic government in Iceland, Sigridur Anderson. She resigned following a European Court of Human Rights ruling that her appointments to the Icelandic Court of Appeal violated Article 6 of the European Convention on Human Rights, which was meant to ensure individuals' right to a fair trial. We have the CEO and president to Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System, Inc. in Louisiana, Mike McBride, fired. We have the chairman to Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System, Inc. in Louisiana, James W. Moore, Jr., same company, next day. We have the prosecutor a prosecutor from the U.S. Department of Justice in the U.S., Andrew Weissman. Andrew Weissman was the one who built the case against Paul Manafort, and he's one of the most prominent members, was one of the most prominent members of Robert Mueller's team. When he resigned, he went off to work for New York University. We have a member of parliament in the UK, Ruth Smeeth. We have the CFO and VP to MGP Ingredients Inc. in the US, Tom Peugeot. He resigned and was replaced by Brandon Gall. We have the CFO to Titanium Transportation Group in Canada, Kasia Malls. We have the CEO to Rush University System for Health in Illinois, Larry Goodman. He retired. We have the CEO to ProHealth Physicians in the US, Jack Reed, retired. We have the Chief Product Officer to Facebook in the US, Chris Cox. We have the VP to WhatsApp in the US, Chris Daniels. We have the CEO and President to Newell Brands Inc. in the US, Michael Polk, retired. We have the Member of Parliament to the UK, Stephanie Louise Peacock. We have the leader to Liberal Democrats in the UK, Vince Cable. We have the co-founder to Southern Poverty Law Center, also known as the SPLC in the US, Morris Seligman Dees Jr., fired. And we have the CEO to Sandoz AG in Germany, Richard Francis. He resigned and was replaced by Richard Sainer. So that's it for this week. Don't forget, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week till we catch up. And oh, we are so close. But on top of that, don't forget, coming up this weekend, next Resignation show, May 12th, in real life news. Link up with them. And as always, if you like my content, go ahead and share, because sharing's caring. And if you haven't already yet, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, so that way YouTube's at least legally obligated to share my content with you, whether or not they show it to you, and if they do, and don't bing the notification like they do for your other channels. But hey, it's all right. As long as you enjoyed it, that's what matters to me. I love you all. God bless you all. This is Red Pill McKenzie.